Welcome to our virtual tour of the currently out-of-service segment of the San Jacinto Subdivision. Please carefully read these disclaimers. Special recognition to Mr. John Smatlack and EMD for their incredible photos. You can see their extensive railroad portfolios on Flickr. We would also like to thank our railroad historian who prefers to remain anonymous. The San Jacinto Railway was incorporated in 1887. For perspective, there are only 38 states admitted to the Union at this time, and construction on the Statue of Liberty was completed just 6 months earlier. The San Jacinto Railway was completed as part of the California Central Railway, which a short time was later consolidated into the Southern California Railway, which became a subsidiary of Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. Santa Fe provided both freight and passenger service along the line with stations including, but not limited to, Hemet and San Jacinto. Over the years, many of the farms in the area were sold and rezoned for residential development. Fresh produce volume, including oranges and potatoes, decreased accordingly. Over the years, passenger service gave way to excursion trips, facilitated by the Orange Empire Railway. Off topic, my two favorite locomotives there are the triple-axled Santa Fe FP45 108 and the Union Pacific E8 942 with matching passenger train. The Riverside County Transportation Commission purchased the San Jacinto branch line from Santa Fe in 1993. Extending commuter rail service to Paris was part of this effort. The Mid-County Parkway between San Jacinto is next step planned. Commuter rail service to Hemet is also planned. The population has increased exponentially since the end of service along this line. Hemet's population went from 59,000 to 86,000, and San Jacinto's population went from 24,000 but is now 50,000. Both are projected to increase further. Santa Fe continued freight service to the distal points of the San Jacinto Subdivision until circa 2005 to 2006, where refrigerated boxcars and occasional tank cars would be spotted. This red flag placard demarcates active railroad and out-of-service track. The Mott Historical Museum is cool. It has a car collection that would be fit for billionaire Bruce Wayne and includes a Santa Fe lineage boxcar along the side of the facility. The Chinese Bistro restaurant is very well rated and features what appear to be two 500 class heavyweight cars with Union Pacific lineage in addition to a caboose and modified boxcar. The track has been severed at the Palomar grade crossing. The track resumes again, crosses a flood channel, and is severed again with large concrete blocks now preventing vehicle access. The team track and grade crossing at Winchester Road features relatively new crossing lights and rail dated 2004. Mr. John Smatlack's excursion photo is from 1995. The new Metrolink sign provides an interesting contrast with this faded crossbuck. The line returns to beautiful farmland further east, and the rail is dated 1914. This grade crossing has significant damage. Santa Fe transferred ownership at the historically significant depot to the community circa 1987. The Hemet station has since been meticulously restored and is now the beautiful destination coffee bar and bistro in addition to the Paris Valley Historical Museum. There are a variety of sidings between Hemet and San Jacinto, and almost all of them have been partially disassembled. The rail connecting the grid crossing at Oakland Avenue dates back to 1887. Several of the grade crossings between Winchester and San Jacinto still feature BNSF signs. The track between Winchester and San Jacinto is dated between 1887 and 2004. The track and components that are 134 years old are now deteriorating. This is what is left of the San Jacinto Y. The San Jacinto Depot was demolished several years ago. The team and spur tracks were partially ripped up. One of the tracks to the produce industry but remains. This one was one of the last customers on the line, and at the very end of the line. Thank you again to EMD for the photos. This ends our virtual tour of the currently out of service segment of the San Jacinto Subdivision.